All right, I think we are ready. How are we doing over here? We good? We good? Yep. Okay. Let's get. Yep. All right. Let's get TikTok going. Let's see if we can find. Who am I following? Yeah. All right. I think we're all set up now. All right, so we got a couple of custom orders. Well, actually one custom. I'm gonna do a little experiment afterward. I wanna try to recreate something. So, okay. Let's get our, what is that? Why is that on there? I don't want that. Okay, let's see if we can get this going here. All right, so it's gonna be a Scrupula in A25. It's going to be a Aurora. Let's see, what are we doing here? I think I need, oh, wrong tab. There we go. Yep, 105. There we go. 105 grams. We're going to be cutting it close. There we go. 105 grams. And we're going to need some retarder here. Let's see, we need 4.3 grams. Go. And gonna give that a little stir. Oh, I forgot to make a note. This is for order number 306. 306. So if you have an order in the last three digits of 306, then this one is for you. All right, we got a good mix going on there. Give that a little tear. And we'll grab our part A. And as soon as these two start, as soon as these two touch, the clock will start. So the clock will start. We're going for 105 grams here. Now with the retarder, we should have plenty of time. Normally, this particular silicone has about a 5-minute pot life. But with the retarder in there, we should be getting about 15, maybe 15 to 20 minutes. It's a little bit cooler in here than usual, so maybe a little bit longer. All right, we got part A, part B, and our retarder in here. Got a good mix going. Let's see, we had 105, it's 210 grams total. We're going 3 parts, so we need about 70 grams per color. Okay. Make sure we scrape the side, scrape the bottom. Need a good mix. By the way, if you do have any questions or anything as we go along, feel free to drop them in the chat if you can. Hey, Digital Stitches, how you doing? Okay, we're going for 70 grams here. There's our first one. Whoops. And we're going for another 70 grams here. All right. Get the scale out of the way. Now then, our first color is going to be this purple. A little bit more. There we go. Yeah, it should be enough. We're going to scrape that silicone down. Give this a good mix. Well, we've already mixed our silicone, so at this point all we're trying to do is incorporate that pigment into the silicone. All right, I'll give you a shot of that. That looks pretty good. And we don't want you to worry about bubbles. All we're worried about are clumps. Here we go. Oops. All right. And here's our teal. It's a really pretty color. There we go. And then the last color is going to be black. And the black is really just there to kind of give the other colors a little bit of a background. Okay. Now then, we got all three colors here. I would show you the black. Well, I'll show you the black anyway. I mean, it's just kind of, there's a tiny little hint of maybe pearl, not, I don't want to call it iridescence or anything, maybe a little bit of pearly or pearlescent kind of color. There's just a hint of mica to it. So, there we go. Now then, we'll drop these into the vacuum chamber real quick. Yeah, give me a second to get to the chat. I need to keep these moving. We are going into the vacuum chamber here. All right, so Bebo asking, what are we making, I guess? We're making silicone sculptures, yes. Yeah, digital stitches, you got it. And right now we're vacuuming out all of that air. Michael over on YouTube says having a hard time keeping all of your colors from blending together. It gets all muddy. Okay. Hey, Yosh, good to see you. Michael, if your colors are blending together, are you using a lot of silicone thinner or something like that? Or are you stirring or mixing after you're pouring or something? Because the viscosity should keep them from blending too much. Or if you pour very, very slowly, maybe. But still, the viscosity should keep them from blending. The color should keep your colors from blending. So I'm not sure what's up with that. So no blending, no additives, no mixing. Huh. That's a really interesting problem. Send me a direct message on Twitter, or if you have my email, send me an email with a picture. I'd be really curious to see what's happening there. Oh, yeah, on Instagram, I'm on Instagram like maybe once or twice a month. I'll take a look at Instagram. I'll see if I can find your message. All right, we're almost done. We're just waiting for the teal, as usual. Hey, and Yosh, I think you are a fan of the Phoenix. That's what I'm going to be doing next. I'm going to be doing a Phoenix next. All right, let's get reset here because I'm about to get ready to do the pour. We'll give our mold a little spritz, a little spray with the no stickum. Come on, last few bubbles. All right. All right, so we got our purple. We're going to drop our black right on top of that. we go. Then we're going to drop our teal right on top of that. The only time I've ever seen any kind of weird blending happening is when I've kind of gone overboard with silicone thinner. Oh, and Michael, what kind of silicone are you using? I'm curious. All right, so we've got our silicone ready. We've got our mold ready. Let's get camera moved around here. And let's see. Nope, not taking that call. Let's see, digital stitches. What's your average price range? Price range is about $60 to $70. All right, one smooth pour, straight down the middle. Level that out. Top that off just a little bit. There we go. Make sure we're nice and level. Okay. And we'll do just a quick squishy. All right, there we go. Off to the back. And last step. There we go. Uh, 10A Platinum. What brand? What brand, Michael? Or if you don't want to tell me, you can, or if you don't want to tell publicly, that's fine. You can tell me in a direct message. But Dragon Skin 10 is actually fairly thick. It has a fairly high viscosity, so that would really surprise me. Anyway, okay, so we'll scoot that off to the back. That is done. Oh, I don't know. I didn't give you guys a close-up of that base. I'll let you guys see that real quick. How's that look? Can you see that? Okay. Now scoot that off to the back. Get it out of the way. Make sure we're still nice and level. There we go. Okay. Boop-a-doo. Do-do-do-do. All right, so we're gonna do one more. By the way, that was for order number 306. that one is done. Yeah, watching that purple come at the end there is really nice. Okay, so the next one I want to do is going to be a little bit. It's a little bit of an experiment. Over the years, I've kind of been doing this Phoenix pour. I know the colors, but I've always, well, how do I put this? I did it a certain way and got pictures of it, and then I promptly forgot how I did it, I guess is one way of putting it. So yeah, we're gonna experiment here. So let me get my recipe together. This is going to be an A10 Metropole 190. Oops, alternative. I want to use the alternative. Sorry, I'm getting my recipe together here. Here's my A10 recipe. Oh yeah, part is 0.9. 0.9. There we go. Okay. All right, I got it now. Let's try this. 78.5. What's my opinion on pickles? I love pickles. I do prefer dill pickles over like bread and butter pickles, but sorry, I'm paying attention to my numbers here. Come on, 78. Looking for 78. There we go. And then add our hardener, which we're going for 71. Come on. I always forget how thick this hardener is. I'll have to move the camera here in a second. There we go. And then some accelerator. 2.3 grams. There we go. All right, so we got our part B and our hardener and our accelerator. So give this a good mix. There we go. Our part A, we need another 78 grams. Okay. All right, so we got our part A, part B, part H, part X. All the different things are in here. Hey, so MFA brought you here. That's awesome. MFA is good peoples. Okay. Now then, let's see. We were at what? 230 grams total weight. So divided by 3, 230 divided by 3 is 75-ish. Yeah. Oops. Tear. A little over on that one, but that's okay. At this point, all we're doing is separating for colors, so we're good. Okay. We are done with that. So we need our yellow and our orange and our white. Let's start with the yellow. Now, yellow is a fairly light color, and so it takes a little extra pigment to get good saturation on your color. So don't be afraid to go a little heavy on your yellows, your lighter colors in particular. Go a little heavy on those. Okay. And then we need some white. And then the last one is going to be orange. little bit off camera there. Okay. I'll show you that orange. It has a really nice red undertone to it. It's really pretty. It also has like a gold shimmer to it. Okay. Got to get this in the vacuum chamber. Moniska asking about how to get something out of the mold. Did you make a block mold or a glove mold? Okay, block molds are going to be a little bit tougher. Also, what firmness did you use on your mold? If you're using a block mold, you want to go as soft as you probably can. So you want to use something like in a 0050 maybe, or maybe even a 0030. If you use an A10 or an A20 on a block mold, that's going to be fairly difficult because it's not going to be flexible enough to get your parts back out of. You may have to cut it. Yeah, you may have to cut it depending on the shape and the size. If it's got undercuts or if it's got a flare to it at some point, then you're gonna have a really hard time if it's a firm silicone like an A10 or an A20. So you may have to just cut it, and you have to deal with the seam line. Oh, used an old bowl and it's stuck to the sides. Yeah, so you would probably need to, I think the problem is that you didn't use any mold release on your bowl. So you got to use mold release on your model as well as the whatever it is that you use to hold the silicone if you're doing a block mold. So you have to spray the container as well as the model that you're making a mold of. Yeah, Meniska. Yeah, trying to keep all the things together in your mind as you're doing all the things, especially as you've got this time limit that you're running up against. All right, we're almost ready. Although the orange is still pulling some bubbles, so we'll let that go for a bit. And by the way, I already have sprayed down my mold with mold release, so it's already good to go. Just going to give the vacuum chamber a little shake, try to break up some of those bubbles. Yeah, that orange is really holding on to the air, kind of like that teal likes to. All right, last couple of bubbles are going. There we go. All right. And if you're paying attention, you might have noticed I'm not using a big cup on this one. All right, so yellow goes on the bottom. Then the white goes on top of that. And the orange goes on top of that. There we go. Reset camera. Gotta get this pour done. All right. See if we can get this going here. So we got close. I don't think we got it quite right. And you might see a few bubbles here at the end, but that's okay. If you do a very thin stream, that'll help pop the bubbles as they're pouring. There we go. Okay. And let's see, we'll just use the back end of this one. It's not bad, believe me, but I don't think it's quite right. I need to we'll see how this comes out, but I don't think it's quite right. Because we got a lot of orange at the beginning. We didn't get hardly any white until a little bit later. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a crossover pour is what I think. I think what it needs to be is I need to do it side by side and then cross over and pour across the stripes. I think that's what it needs to be. But that will be an experiment for another day. Anyway, Karen asking, what is this? We are pouring silicone. I'll give you a little close-up of that base. Nice pretty design on there. All right. Let's see. All right, any final questions? Otherwise, I am going to wrap it up. What are we making? Silicone sculptures. All right, any last questions? The live streams are coming back. I have somebody booked for the 16th. I can't tell you who it is, but I think you will want to be there for that one. I will probably have somebody booked for this Sunday, but I can't confirm that yet. But the live streams are coming back. The 16th is booked. That's going to be one that you're going to want to watch. We might be able to announce that tonight. So that'll probably get announced on Twitter first or to my patrons first. I'm not sure who's going to get that first. I'll try to get it to the patrons first if I can, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be the one that's going to be able to announce it first or if my guest is going to announce it first. So anyway, live streams are coming back. The 16th is booked, and we'll go from there. All right, with that, I'm out. All right, everybody. Bye. Bye. All right, button. Who's got the button? And Michael, do send me a picture. I'll check the Instagram. I don't know if you can send pictures on that or not, but you can on Twitter. So send me a direct message on Twitter and send me a picture. I'm curious what's happening with your blending that's happening. All right, everybody. Bye.